So this is the only cafe. Just want to stop and look at some of these. Okay. Good morning, evening, or afternoon, depending on where you are and when you're watching this. If you couldn't tell, we are by the Danforth, hence the graffiti. It is Thursday, November 21st, and I believe it's sometime after, get my watch. It is 8:28 p.m. So I was going to say sometime after 8. So we're going to take a little stroll along the Danforth, and I'm going to tell you why in a second. Just going to flip you around and try to put my glove back on. Actually, I dropped my glove. It's right here. So I came prepared this time and brought my gloves so my hands don't get too cold. So hopefully I can figure out the best way to hold the camera so I'm not obscuring the microphones on it at all. Because I heard that that's sometimes a little bit of a problem, is that I might be covering the microphone. So the reason why we're doing a walk on a bit of a misty, rainy night is one of my friends pointed out that this camera is really, really good at doing night walks. And I thought it would look really cool like this to see the reflections on the ground of the neon lights of some of the stores here along the Danforth. But we're going to do a little bit of a loop. We're going to walk down towards Pape and then walk back on the other side from that side, because as another one of my friends pointed out, when you're walking one way, you never really see the perspective that's behind you, which sometimes shows you a completely different kind of view. And I was actually in the Rockies about a week and a half ago, and as we were driving, we were noticing that, like, you know, when you're going down the highway, you're like, oh yeah, pretty mountains, but then when you look behind you, even though you passed all those mountains, they look completely different from the other way. So maybe that applies to the buildings on the Danforth. I don't know. But I also need to get some of my steps in today too. So I think we're approaching Donland. Danforth has some really nice bike lanes here. For the most part, they're separated with a physical barrier. Usually ride my bicycle or my scooter along them. So yeah, this is what we're coming up to. We're coming up to Donland now, which is where one of the subway stations is. Donland Station. See, there's the station just up there. So that's a fried chicken place, and I've noticed that their sign's been gone for a couple of weeks. I guess they're having it replaced. So there's the station. So both Donland and Greenwood Station are currently going under massive renovations. So a big chunk of the streets around them are closed. Someone told me this dim sum place here is really good. I haven't been yet. So this is the only cafe, and they own 3 of these buildings, and the hostel, actually I think it's 4 of these buildings, and the hostel above. And it's one of my favorite places to come for a drink, because it's generally pretty quiet on this side and then quite busy on the bar side. But one of the people working there told me that in order to stay at the hostel, when you provide your ID, you can't have a Toronto address or a GTA address on your ID, because they'll turn you away, because the hostel is meant exclusively for people who want to come visit the city but can't afford to. So it's to make sure that like no local Torontonians are exploiting that, which I think is a good rule. For the most part, the rain stopped. It was kind of misting when I first started this video, but it feels like the misting itself has kind of stopped. Secret planet. Oh, so over there, in the view from here, there's Square Boys. And they're known for keeping their prices relatively cheap, almost the same as they were since like the 90s. Maybe early, mid-2000s, like a burger, fries, and a pop there is like under $10. It's cash only. But the locals love that place, and they've been doing their best to try to keep their prices low. And it's actually owned by a guy I went to high school with, Jim, who took over the business from his father. He probably doesn't remember who I am, though.
Then you don't just give up and do it.
This is one of the bookstores I keep meaning to go to. There's another one a little bit further down, I'll show you if I make it there, that we went to on the weekend. And they sell a lot of like really, really old books. Very expensive, like first edition books in really good quality. Like they have one of the first editions of The Shining, but I think they're asking for like $1,000 for it. So way out of my budget, but I like how it just feels like you're visiting a little book museum when you go there. Everything is well curated. I think it was here, this building. There used to be a mall or something on the first floor, like a little strip mall or an indoor mall. And there used to be a video game store in there that I used to go to, although the video game store moved further down to Danforth in like that direction. But I think they've since closed. And one of the businesses that didn't survive the pandemic, even though it's been in this area since I was in, gosh, junior high. There's the parking enforcement, hard at work. So many cannabis shops in the city. It's Tuesday, so the vapes are on sale. If you need a vape, there you go. So this part of the Danforth, they're doing a lot of construction. And it kind of sucks because like the bike lane's closed here and they expect you to merge with traffic. So this is not my favorite part to go along. I was thinking of doing a bike ride video or scooter ride. But this is the part where I usually get off and either walk my bike. So now we're coming up to Pape. Grub Shack and the Momo House. One looks like a burger joint and the other one looks like a dumpling house. I honestly don't know. So this is Pape, which is considered the heart of Greektown. Honestly though, it's kind of a little sad that the heart of Greektown sits in A&W. Although that A&W's been there for a while, unlike the other A&W's all across Toronto, which literally have opened up within the last 2 years. Even when I was in Alberta, where there's so many random A&W's just like popping up along the highway in the middle of nowhere. I have no idea where they just like, why they just all appeared like that. Like A&W's been around for a while, like definitely since I was a kid, but they were never in like such abundance like that. So this is I believe it's a Greek church. And as my friend pointed out, you can see here, I can't seem to get the gimbal to go up on this with my gloves on, but it says holy name, and he said his joke is they forgot to actually name the church. That was the naming suggestion. We need a holy name. And then I think at the top of the church, or at the top of the entrance, we'll get a better view of it when we're coming back the other way. It says IHS, and or IHN, I think, and my other friend said, yeah, they forgot to put it there, so they put insert holy name. I mean, they're not wrong. Ice cream does solve everything except diabetes. Smokes Poutineery. I'm not the biggest fan of Smokes Poutine, but the owner, the man behind that company, passed away relatively young age, I think, probably not much older than me, about a month or two ago. So Katsu Sushi. This was actually one of the first sushi restaurants I ever ate at back when I was, gosh, 20, 21? A long time ago. And I remember hating it. I hated it so much, but then sushi kind of grew on me after a while. Now I love sushi. I crave it. I think it was a texture issue, actually, more so than the flavor. I think it was because the first sushis I had were just really mushy, and it wasn't until I started having them with like tempura bits on that I'm like, oh my god, yeah, life-changing. It's another bookstore. It wasn't the one that I was talking about, though. That bookstore is somewhere. I hope. I don't think I've passed it yet, but I am going to probably start heading back at the next set of lights. So I think, I don't know if it was this restaurant or another one down at that corner was the one where they filmed Big Fat Greek Wedding at. I'll have to look that up, so don't quote me on that. Just gonna take a small detour into this little plaza. They haven't really got any of the Christmas stuff up yet. Just a few things. So I think we're gonna cross here. I hope the camera lens isn't too wet. It looks okay on the tiny screen. So my friends played pool there recently. They said it was very expensive for what it was. I think it was 25 or 30 an hour. And it just felt like it was a rush makeover job that they did to the place. So I think we actually missed the bookstore a bit. I think the bookstore was actually back another block. If I'd probably had to walk a little bit further. So my apologies about that. Next time we'll do the bookstore. But we got to see two other bookstores. It's Mary Brown's. So Mary Brown's chicken is actually from Newfoundland, originally. I didn't know that until one time one of my Newfoundland friends told me that it's a homegrown Newfoundland restaurant. And honestly, I wish they kind of advertised that. So the Fox and the Fiddle has drag brunch in 2 Saturdays. Drag brunch has become such a thing. I feel really bad I've actually never been to a drag brunch yet. I've been to many drag shows, but not drag brunch. Oh, this place looks really popular. So I've heard a lot about this place, but I haven't tried it. Mexican sushi. You can see the lens is getting a bit wet, so I'm just gonna wipe it a little bit. Yeah, that'll help. So there's Katsu Sushi, Sweetie Pie Bakery. when to stop and look at some of these. This is a toy store. If you look down, there's like a Danforth radio. Yeah, it's called Treasure Island Toys. I feel like I've heard that name before. Here's my favorite store, Kitchen Stuff Plus. So there you can see church. That's the one I was talking about. I keep meaning to buy a couple of plants for my bedroom because my bedroom gets a lot of morning light, which is great, but I feel like I might as well use that and raise a couple of plants. You know, maybe I'll actually be able to keep some of the plants alive. So we're back at Pape and Danforth. Personally, I don't feel this intersection is like the heart of Greektown. I feel more like that plaza that I stepped into is more like the heart. So down over there, I'm gonna go show you. That's the Toronto Public Library, actually. That small, old-style building. Yeah, this one right here. It's the Pape Danforth Library. Of course, it wants to lock. Look at that. There we go. I don't know much history about that library, but I just know that it's one of the smallest of the public libraries. I think I've gone there once as a kid. I don't really remember much about it. I just remember, yeah, it wasn't really that big. And I think my class size, because I think our class went there, was like probably about 25 students. And even though we were tiny students, it was still kind of difficult to fit in there. The Grub Shack and Momo House. And I don't know what this is. It's like it was something, but now it's nothing. Of course, a Dollarama. Not much to say about Dollarama. I miss having a Dollarama. Where I live, there's no Dollarama around me. It's like a Dollarama dead zone. I used to live really close to one and never really appreciated it until after I moved away. However, I think Uber or DoorDash, one of them does Dollarama deliveries. So you can get your whole Dollarama order, although everything is like marked up by almost about a dollar extra on each item. So you are paying a premium. I think I've come to this Gabby's before. So it says, stop shaving your beaver. I'm sure there's jokes in there I could make, but that's not what this channel's for. But no, if you have a pet beaver, you shouldn't be shaving it. I can't imagine me trying to shave my dog. However, she's going for a spa day tomorrow. She's getting a bit of pampering. A very colorful looking convenience store. I do think the strip mall was here. Like, I think the entrance was there. Like, here? Maybe it was here? But I don't remember, like, elevators. I remember you just walk in and you just walk straight down and there's all these stores on both sides. Maybe it was here. 'Cause this kind of looks strip mall-y. Maybe not. I don't know. Jeez. It's really cool that shoe repair shops still exist. Like a cobbler. My roommate was going through a phase for a while where he was watching all these YouTube videos of people repairing their shoes. Like legitimate nice leather shoes. And then he wanted to buy a really nice expensive pair of leather shoes so he could start repairing them himself. And no, thankfully that did not happen. Okay. Alright, dude. It's funny because Johnny Strides always has these videos of cars just like cutting him off in the road while he's walking. And I always say like, oh, that never happens to me. And then that just kind of happened to me. It wasn't too bad, it was just weird. He was like trying to do the turn. Oh, it smells so good. It smells like Square Boys. And it's always busy in there. See, look. Actually, it's really cheap. It says chicken with fries, burger, and pop is $6.50. Hamburger is also $6.50 with fries and pop. Like, that's ridiculous. That's amazing. And I think he does it because he knows a lot of the community that goes there. Besides students that are nearby, it's a lot of like older people that don't really have like money to be able to afford meals to eat out. So he keeps the prices low for those people. It's pretty mind-blowing. Like, it's, you know, like all these restaurants operate to like make like a big profit or as much profit as they can, but like he's literally just working to help the community out. Because think of it, like even if you got like the worst or the cheapest ingredients possible, a burger and a fries and pop at $6.50 is like, that's, you're almost selling at a loss by then if you can include labor and whatnot. Wow, looks like the lens is wet again. It's the one thing about recording in the winter, or while it's raining. There we go. I remembered to wear my gloves because my hands got so cold last time. So we're back at Donland, and there's the only cafe. So literally, I can point. No, that's the dental office. So they own that building, that building, that building, that building. 4 buildings. So the tall gray one, and then the 3 next to it. Maybe not that far one, actually. Maybe it's only 3. Maybe they don't own the one next to Crazy Burger. I'm probably wrong. Yeah, I think they only own the 3, actually. And this right here is a ghost kitchen Wendy's. So unfortunately, you can't walk up and order. You have to place your order on Uber and get it delivered. I don't even think you can do a pickup from there. I think that pickup is just meant for the delivery drivers. I could be wrong. But I think Uber struck a deal with them, so they have like exclusive rights over it. My problem is that Wendy's, or these ghost Wendy's, don't do salads. So they have a quite limited menu. They don't do salads and they don't do baked potatoes. And I have to say, Wendy's Cobb salad is amazing. And I love the baked potatoes from Wendy's, so it's kind of sad. It's a little bit disappointing. So I always feel like from here, past Donland, this part of the Danforth is a little bit of a dead zone. Like, there's not really too much happening here. And I think it's because you have this empty lot here that said grand opening for the longest time. Over there next to Burger Bros. And then you also have this giant mosque here next to an Enterprise, which has a gigantic parking lot full of cars for rent. And then you have a funeral home over there with, I believe it's also shut down right now. It's supposed to be putting a condo or something there. I don't remember. And then across from that, you have a giant retirement home. So there's not really much going on. So there's also a lot of Ethiopian restaurants, because I was told that this area, especially around Greenwood, is Little Ethiopia. Now, I don't mind Ethiopian food. I've had it a couple of times. I feel it's a taste that would eventually grow on me if I had it some more, but I don't exactly crave it. But it's kind of like how I was saying sushi. I really dislike sushi when I had it when I was younger. And then, oh, I wonder what that's down there. Like some kind of garage? Is that like the fire department? I don't know. Like sushi, how I hated it and then it grew on me and I love sushi now. I forgot what this building was, but it's also closed. I don't think this was part of the funeral home. So over there, I believe, is where we started this walk. Oh, there's even some karate in there. Let's see. No, they're just chatting. Thought we were gonna see them fight. Now my gimbal is all funky. There we go. Kind of spooky. Double spooky. This is the funeral home. Yeah, see, they want to put condos here. I don't mind. Maybe by the time it actually goes up, I'll be able to afford it. So yeah, this is the Greenwood Towers, which is the retirement home. So this actually isn't too far from where I grew up. So I grew up a bit south of here in Leslieville. But this LCBO and the LCBO that was kind of behind, not Gerrard Square, but not Nob Hill Farm, whatever that other mall's called, the one by like, I don't know if it's Carla or Logan. The one on Dundas. Those are the LCBOs that my parents went to. This has been here forever. But what has not been here forever is this giant building here. That starts where the Money Mart logo is. This is a newish condo building. I can't remember when it was built. Probably within the last 5 to 10 years. Because I believe this used to be the old beer store. Used to be here. Just a beer store and a parking lot. And there's still a beer store here. but it is now right here. Okay, look, there's another A&W there. This one is 24 hours. Although I think almost all of them are 24 hours. And here's the beer store. Gimbal's getting misty. And then it doesn't want to lock. Yeah, it keeps snapping back. No. Sorry if that's making you dizzy. I'm trying to. So yeah, over here there's a lot of Ethiopian restaurants over on that side. Lalibela. So this is the Circle K in Tim Hortons. And it used to be a really old movie theater. But as long as I've been alive, I don't think it was ever in operation as a movie theater. Again, I'll have to look up some history. The Allenby Theater. There's a thing right here. Roxy. Maybe it was used as a theater when I was younger. I just never came to it. I don't really know what this is. Is it just someone's apartment? And they stuck an Albert Einstein quote on the front? I think these are just apartments. I must be losing my mind because these apartments don't look new, but I also feel like there used to be an old KFC here like a long time ago. Like right where I'm standing. I don't know. If you're familiar with this area and you grew up in this area and you remember a KFC being here, write me in the comment below. Because I think it actually used to be... No, it wasn't at Donland's, because Donland's was always like the 7-Eleven convenience store there. So, I don't know. I still haven't had Rudy. One of my friends says they make some of the best smash burgers in town. And I am a sucker for smash burgers. Community Wellness Center. The cheese shop. This is Nicholas Pierce Wines. Yeah, I've never actually seen it open. Or maybe it's just a place that always looks like it's closed. And now we're at Dragon Supermarket, which has really, really cheap produce, fruits and vegetables. Oh yeah, I forgot the Greenwood bus actually goes along Danforth now to Coxwell because Greenwood Station itself doesn't allow buses to go through at the moment. They have it all closed off. Seeing this reminds me that I think this week is garbage week for me. It's really weird. I really miss the convenience of having a garbage chute. Every week I have to think, is it recycling week or is it garbage week? Which week is it where I could make more because it's going to be gone by Thursday? I think this week is garbage week. So I think we're going to end around here because I am at a really good intersection, Monarch Park and Danforth. So over there, Patisserie La Signon, which is stork patisserie, bakery store. I don't know what this word patisserie means. It's like where you get pastries. So that's a really, really delicious French bakery, and I really, really like that place. They have really good coffee too. But over across the street, right there, that is Mom's basement. And hold that thought till the garbage truck goes by. I guess I did one of those psycho things because I didn't push the button to walk. So it looked like I was going to have to cross, or going to be able to cross, but I was not. So my mom's basement over there is one of my favorite pubs. It's an 80s themed pub. So I am going to head over there for a pint and see who's around, because why not? So thank you for joining me on this, wherever you're at right now, be it your bed, your couch, your computer desk, washroom, wherever. I hope you enjoyed this walk, and I was told I'm supposed to say these things, and I hate saying these things. But if you like the video, please hit that like button. And if you like more videos and you like my channel, please hit subscribe because it helps me out immensely. I'm just trying to do this again for fun. So I'm not taking it too serious, but I'm enjoying it, my little walks and rambles. There we go, there's a better view down here. Now there's a siren coming, so I don't even think I can cross until it's gone. Yeah, there we go. All right, now I can go. But yeah, until next time, I feel like I've already said thank you for joining me, but until next time, I will see you again soon. Bye.